Have you lost your damn mind? When you get your damn mind, you call me. Hey nerds, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another story time. But before we get into that, I just want to thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Now let's get into this. I haven't done a story time in a while. That's because nothing has happened. Like I just chill for real. But something did happen not too long ago. And I was really debating on whether I should even tell the story or not. But hey, I'm going to tell you guys about my hair appointment nightmare, okay? So to start the story off, it's beginning of June and I am looking to get my hair done. And I'm looking to get my hair done pretty soon. Usually, I'll just have my sister do it. This is my lovely, beautiful, talented sister. This is Nunny, y'all. Y'all heard me talk about her a few times. She does hair, makeup, all that. And Nunny has been doing my hair for like almost half my life. She's been doing my hair since I was 10, right? Nunny was not available on the weekend that I needed her, and me being impatient, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna step out. And I felt so bad about it, but I was like, girl, I need my hair done at this point in time because I don't know if I can wait the extra week. Like I need my hair done. My hair that I was wearing at the current moment, it was like giving out. It was on its last leg. I said, you know what? No. So I went outside of my sister and I started asking around like, hey, you know, does anyone have any good recommendations for a hairstylist like somewhere in my area? So I reached out to my friend and I asked her, I'm like, hey, what about the girl who does your hair? Because her hair always looks amazing. She goes, oh yeah, I can send you her number and y'all can chat. I said, great, love that. So I get the girl's number, I contact her, I said, hi, you may remember me. First of all, context. I only met this girl once and that was to drop her off at her apartment, okay? I don't know this girl at all, right? What am I gonna call her? I don't use real names, you know, for privacy reasons. Let's call her Vicky. I only met Vicky once and it was very brief. So I contact her, I'm like, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I dropped you off that one time after I picked you up from so-and-so's house. She goes, oh yeah, what's up? She told me that you would be, you know, hitting me up for your hair. And she was like, yeah, so what are you looking to get done? I said, I need some box braids. And I was like, hey, so I have very thick 4C hair and most people don't know how to manage it. Is that going to be an issue? Is that going to be a problem? And she was like, no, of course not. I understand. So I have 4C hair, so I get it. I'm like, okay, great. Because usually people turn me away because of how thick my hair is. Like this is my natural hair, for example. This is my natural hair and its natural habitat. Roll the footage. Y'all, I just caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror and look at all my hair, dude. It's not even, I'm taking it down. This is the left side. Look at all of my hair. Look at all this. If there was ever a question if I was bald, the answer is no. I've always had hella hair. Thank you. Yeah, so that is my hair and a lot of people can't handle it. That's why I usually just go to my sister because she's, you know, dealt with my hair for so long. She knows the ins and outs of it, whatever. And so we're talking about pricing and, you know, what day we're going to be able to like link up and actually do my hair. So we decided on the day after Juneteenth, that Friday, because, you know, I was available and she was going to take off work. This is what she told me. She said she was going to take off work so we could have time to do my hair. So June 20th rolls around, I go to her house. We said to meet up at 9. I get there a little late, I'm not gonna lie. I got there like 9:15 and we start, you know, start my hair. So she instructed me to wash my hair, don't blow dry it, and plait it up, right? So first, I don't know how to plait my own hair, don't come for me. It's not that I don't know how, it's just that it's difficult for me to do it because the shrinkage gets me, can't grasp it, and then it just you know? Second, her and I have two different definitions for a plait. So to me, a plait looks like this, right? This is what I think plaits are. When you say plaits, I envision this. She was talking about this. These are cornrows. Yeah, so she wanted me to do that. I don't know how to do that either. But what I'm saying is, so I twist my hair up. I twist it. I do like twisted bantu knots, and I like have it sectioned off into 4, right? And she was like, I get there and she starts untangling my hair. She goes, these are not plaits. She's like, do you not know how to plait your own hair? And I'm kind of like, honestly, no. She goes, girl, TikTok, like, you need to learn. And I was like, okay. I brushed that off because it was kind of sort of rude. And I was like, okay, all right. And so she was stretching out my hair. Immediately, she's telling me all that is wrong with my hair and what I'm doing wrong with it. These ends need to be clipped. Like, some of the stuff she's saying wasn't like wrong, but like it was the tone in which she said it. Cause first, you don't know me like that, so you talking to me in this manner was very off-putting. Girl, these ends need to be clipped, this, that, and the other. This, like, you know, she was just talking about like what I was doing wrong with my hair, and I was like, oh my god. She starts to braid my hair, and then she gets done with I told this girl I wanted smaller braids, but like medium-sized parts, right? So we get like a row done or something, or she's starting on a second row. She goes, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, my job surprised me and sprang a shift on me, so we don't have all day to actually do your hair. And I was like, I said, but you told me that you were gonna be off. I'm thinking she told me she was gonna be off, and I was like, oh, really? What happened? She goes, I don't know, but we have to stop at 3:30 so I can make it to work at 4. And that wasn't enough time, but I was hoping and praying. I said, okay, since she's doing medium part and small braids, hopefully we'll get at least like half of it done, right? No. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I do have somewhere to go tomorrow. And I told her this prior, like when we were like consulting on the phone, like through text, I told her that I said I needed to be somewhere the next day, very early in the morning, out of town. And she goes, well, you could come back at midnight, as in 12 o'clock a.m. And I was like, midnight? She goes, yeah, I get off at midnight and then we can just finish your hair then. I said, oh, okay. And I really didn't want to do that, but I didn't have a choice because, like I said, I had somewhere to be the next day, right? I had somewhere to be the next day. And I said, you know what, fine, I'll do that. And now I'm kind of pissed off because I'm like, she told me she was going to be off. And I'm like, so your job, when you take off, your job just springs a shift on you anyway? I'm like, something's not adding up. Like, if you took off, then they would know that you're not available. So I decided to just like stop thinking about it and just, you know, whatever. So we're sitting there, we're shooting the breeze as you do. We're talking, we're watching Netflix or whatever. And then I don't know if it's because we share a mutual friend that she thought that she could be comfortable with me, but she got very comfortable with me very quickly. She admitted to me that she is a booster. Now, if you don't know what a booster is, it's basically someone who steals, like, and is good at it. She was talking about how her mom was a booster and taught her, and how she goes and steals stuff all the time and was very proud of it, which I was following along with her story. I was like, yeah, like, you know, screw the big corporations. Like, at this point, I wasn't condoning it, but I was like, yeah, screw the big companies, screw them. Like, she was telling me a lot of stuff that I did not ask to hear. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, but she was super comfortable with me. We were at it for about like maybe 2-3 hours and we get hungry. So I said, I'm about to go eat, go grab something to eat. And then I was like, hey, do you want something? She goes, oh, I don't have any money. I said, okay, no worries, I got you. So we went and got some food, came back, ate for a little bit, and then we got back to it. And we start to get towards the end of our time. And she only did like, what, maybe 3 rows in the 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 6 hours we were working. So only like maybe 3 rows, possibly 4 if that. Nowhere near halfway done. Nowhere near halfway done. And so, and then she asked me as we're getting up and cleaning up, you know, because it's 3:30, oh, hey, can you drop me off at work? Can you take me to work? How were you going to get there if we were done earlier? Just hypothetically speaking, how were you going to get there? And I'm just like, uh-huh. And now she's getting ready. I'm waiting on her. Oh, can you take my dog outside so she can use the restroom before I go? I'm trying to be nice. And I'm trying to be understanding, so I said, sure. I took her dog out and let her dog use the bathroom. And so I take her to work and I go home. And I was already very tired because I had to get up early that morning anyway. And I'm not a morning person at all. So I get back home and I'm debriefing my boyfriend and my sister on everything that has happened thus far. And they are automatically like turned off. They're like, we don't trust this girl. She sounds hella unprofessional. And my sister was livid because she's like, let her try something, like I swear. One part in particular, they were not a fan of the fact that she was a booster. My boyfriend and my sister were very concerned for my my well-being. Even more so when I told them that I had to go back later that night at 12. And my boyfriend, being as great as he is, he was like, you know what, no, I don't want you driving back and forth in between towns that late at night. I'll go with you, I'll sit in the car. I'm like, thank you, I appreciate that. And my sister was like, you call me when you're leaving, you call me when you get there. But she's like that every day when I leave somewhere. So like, but even more so on this day. I was super tired. I was kind of mad because, you know, things didn't work out. I hated that I had to go back up there that late. So I took the day to nap and rest as much as I could. And when it's time to go, I gather up my stuff and my boyfriend and we hit the road, and then I pick her up from work because she also asked me to come get her from work. Taking her to work was not enough. I had to come pick her up too. So I pick her up at 12 and we get back to her place around like maybe 12, like, you know, 12:05-ish, 12, you know, whatever. And so we start. And I'm thinking, okay, so since it felt like she was in the middle of my head. Okay, we don't have that much to go. So maybe like 2.5 hours max, I can go home at 2:30 a.m. That's fine. And so we start up again and we start talking, you know, we're having a conversation. And I don't know how we got on the topic of this. I think I do actually. So somehow we segued into the conversation topic of religion. And all I said was, I used to date a preacher's kid. That's literally all I said. And then we're talking, and so I'm talking to her. I'm like, okay, I have nothing to hide. Like, you know, we're just talking like adults or whatever. And so I said, actually, I don't really have a church home. Like, I have religious trauma, so I'm not too keen on organized religion at the moment. And she stops mid-braid with the braid in her hand to lecture me about religion or my lack thereof for an hour straight. She took time out of braiding. We were already on a time crunch, right? Took an hour out of the time to preach to me and possibly recruit me to her church. And she was telling me about all her connections, and then she gave me her entire life story that I did not ask for. And I wasn't rude, or, you know, I was like nodding and I was listening and I was being respectful. I don't like to be lectured on anything because who does? For you to lecture me on religion and how I need to find Jesus Christ is insane. But you're not doing my hair. Like, you pause to talk to me about your religious journey that I did not ask for, to lecture me on religion because I told you that I don't have a church home, or that I'm not into organized religion right now because I have religious trauma. And she made it seem as if though, like, I was making it up. Like, I've come across people like you before. I've heard stories like yours before. Like, she was trying to literally like recruit me to join her church. And I was like, oh. And I wanted to say, this nice and all, but can you get back to braiding my hair? But I didn't want to be rude. Like, y'all, I'm not usually one to hold my tongue, but in this situation, it was late at night. We were in the house alone, and my boyfriend was outside the car. But still, after what I found out about her, like her being a booster, I was not about to put myself in a dangerous situation. So I just held my tongue. And it was probably for the best, okay? After an hour of lecturing me on being Satan, she finally went back to doing my hair. And then we get to talking about other stuff. She, like I said, she got very comfortable with me. I don't know if it's because we have a mutual friend, but she started talking to me about her sex life and her very toxic on again, off again relationship with her ex-girlfriend. And the entire time, I'm not kidding, she was complaining about how thick my hair was, how it was too thick. She was like, yeah, you're never, like, we're never doing these size parts again for your hair. Like, your hair's too thick. Like, she just kept saying, man, your hair is so damn thick. Man, your hair is so damn thick. My fingers are hurting. Damn, like, my hair, like, your hair is so thick. Like, oh my gosh. Like, yeah, we're not doing these parts ever again. She said that as if I was going to sit in her chair again after this. And so she tells me, when she gets to the top of my head, since your hair is thicker up here than it is everywhere else, I'm going to have to add more hair. Meaning, my braids were going to be bigger at the top. We kept talking and she kept doing my hair and all that stuff. And then, like around 2 a.m.-ish, she has the audacity to ask me, hey, can you ask your boyfriend to go get me a lighter from the store so I can smoke after we're done? It's 2 a.m. After the way that you have been so unprofessional, you have the audacity to ask me to ask my boyfriend to go get you a lighter at 2 a.m. Have you lost your damn mind? When you get your damn mind, you call me. On top of all of what you have done today, you are so comfortable with me and I don't know you. You have the audacity to be asking me favors left and right. You're doing me a service. What is this? I'm like, is this how you do business? Like, my mind is going insane. And so I text my boyfriend. I'm like, hey, she wants to know if you can go get her lighter from the store. And I couldn't even honestly, openly text what I was thinking, because when I turned my phone off, you know how it goes black when you turn your phone off? I saw her looking at my screen in the reflection of my phone. So, yeah. And then on top of that, my sister, Nutty, she was calling me every hour on the hour, checking on me, make sure I was okay, because she was worried about me. It was late at night, I'm at a stranger's house, and she's being unprofessional with my hair. She was worried about me. This girl woke up every hour on the hour to check on me. Hey, you good? Where you at? Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm like, I need to go back to sleep at this point. Like, go to sleep and stay asleep. I will call you if I am in physical danger. I didn't say that, but I was like, I said, I will let you know if something happens. I'm like, just go to sleep. And get this. This is the cherry on the fucking cake. Do you want to know what time I went home that day? Do you want to know what time I went home after starting at 12:15 a.m. that night? I did not go home at 2:30 like I thought. I went home at 6 fucking a.m. I was livid. I was so livid, and I had to cancel my event that I was supposed to be going to that very morning. The event was a Juneteenth parade that my sister's dance company was performing at, and I am their photographer and videographer, and I promised her that I would be there. I literally texted her at like 2 a.m. because I knew I was going to make it home. I was like, hey, so how mad are you going to be if I cancel on you? She goes, not at all. Like, are you okay? I said, I'm not going to be able to get enough sleep, and I don't want to make myself sick. So I'm so sorry. She goes, honestly, it's fine. I'd rather you get sleep. My sister was my other sister, she was so understanding. And I was like, I'm so sorry, because I promised. And was pissed. I gave her lighter. I paid her still. And we're not done. We're not done. I have something to show you guys. I paid her the amount that she requested. I did pay her $150. I gave her money. I thanked her for her time. I thanked her for her services. And I put my bonnet on and got in the car. And I just remember calling my mom instantly and ranting to her all the way home. My house is 50 minutes away from where she was at. So I did not get home till almost 7 o'clock in the morning. Imagine how cranky and angry and tired I was. I didn't even look at my hair when she was done. I just put on my bonnet and got the out of Dodge, because I could not stand to be in that place any longer. After the unprofessional behavior that I experienced for those almost 24 hours, I was beside myself. What the was this? Yeah. So I wake up from my nap, you know, when I get home that morning, and I finally decide to look at my hair. I'm gonna show you guys what my hair looked like. Take a look at this. These are large. Like, these are super big. Like, these basically are plaits. Look how big this one is compared to this one. Do y'all see this shit? Look at the back. They're uneven. Like, what is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? And they're different shapes. Like, come on. What is that? Different shapes, different sizes. What is that? And I wanted them to be mostly like this size, right? Like, that's more what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I'm talking about right here. This size part, this size braid. Look, there's like 3 different sizes coming out the top. I've been wearing my hair up all week because I am so embarrassed. I look hideous. Look at my head right now. I look like a fucking supervillain. She spent 12 hours on that. Do you see how my parts were uneven in different shapes? Do you see how they were different sizes as well? And did you see how I had one braid that was twice as big as another braid? And I told a few people about my experience with this hairstylist. And so when I got to the part about her doing my braids bigger at the top because my hair was thicker at the top than it was everywhere else, they all said the same thing. Well, she just doesn't know how to part then, because why would they be different sizes, you know? And this, what I have now, this is my sister's repair job. I'm getting to that. So I called my sister basically in tears. I'm like, look at my hair. And she was pissed because I'm practically my sister's first baby, so she doesn't play about me. She's like, what the did she do to you? I'm gonna have to wear my hair up all week because I can't wear my hair down. I look like a idiot. And she's like, you know what? You come to my house next weekend. We're gonna fix this. And that's exactly what she did. This is her repair job. It's 2 weeks in. Still looks pretty good, I think. And you see how my braids are all the same size at the top and not one's like twice as big? You see how all of these are the same size? All of these are the same size, regardless of my hair being thicker up here than it is anywhere else. Because my sister has been doing hair since she was like 14 years old. She knows what the she's doing. I wore my hair up in a bun like all week because I could not wear my hair down because my hair looked fucking hideous. My sitters video where I had that bun, that was the week where I had to wear my hair up all week because I could not wear my hair down. I couldn't even wear it in a ponytail because you could see the wreckage. And I called my friend who referred me to this girl. I told her everything like I just told y'all, like honest to God, like what happened. And she goes, oh my God, TJ, I am so sorry because I would have never recommended her to you if she was gonna do this. Like, I don't like that at all. And I told her it wasn't her fault because it wasn't. I see my friend's hair and her hair always looks amazing and it's the same girl who does her hair. I trusted you so because she does a good job on your hair, but it's not your fault. I'm not mad at you. I'm just telling you what your friend did to me. She goes, oh, trust me, like we're not even that close. Like she said they're quote unquote friends. She apologized out of courtesy because, you know, she didn't want me to go through that, and I really appreciate her for, you know, being so kind about it because I was even walking on eggshells to tell my friend because I'm like, well, I don't know how close she is with this girl, so I don't want her to think that I'm bashing her because I'm not. I'm just telling how my experience went and it was very negative. It's not, and I want to say this right now, I'm not telling this story or making this video to bash or disrespect anyone. I'm just telling it from how it happened from my point of view, and it was very negative from beginning to end, okay? I just feel like in these type of situations, if you know that you are not capable of doing something that someone has asked of you, you need to be upfront with them and just say that. One person that I told the story to, she goes, well, baby, you get what you pay for. And I'm like, damn, yep, you sure f***ing do. But what really got me is the way that she was talking about how I don't know how to take care of my own hair. Now, she doesn't know me that well. She doesn't know what I've been through with my hair, like my journey with my hair, like growing up. Like, I grew up, my mom permed dry hair from a very early age, so I really never had naturally curly hair up until 2 years ago because my hair was cured to be straight because my mom would perm it so much. And then I had a lot of, you know, identity problems with my hair because I didn't know how to take care of it. I didn't know if it was truly straight. I never knew if it was curly. I had to deal with, you know, regrowing it and trying to find stuff that works for my hair. And especially if you have like any type of like 4 type hair, you know how hard it is to find a mixture of products that work for you. And it's expensive. It breaks the bank, and it's also very time consuming, and also I don't have the upper body strength to be maintaining my natural hair, and my natural hair is a very sensitive topic. It's a touchy subject for me. Like, I have beautiful natural hair, but I keep it protected in braids, you know, wigs, so I can manage it better and help it grow. And of course I'll wear it, you know, let it breathe for a week or 2, and then I put it right back in a protective style. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like, the fact that she was talking to me about how I don't know how to take care of my own hair and telling me everything I was doing wrong, get that she probably thought that she was helping, but her tone was not very helpful. It was very judgmental. And so I was like, okay, got it. Yeah, like I said, I'm not making this video to bash anyone or disrespect anyone. This is simply what happened to me. And I have learned my lesson that the next time I want my hair done, I'm just gonna wait for my sister to be available. Because she has never done me wrong before, okay? She has never done me wrong before, and this was my one and done, never again. All in all, I'm glad I learned a lesson. I still can't believe that happened to me. So that concludes our video for today. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. And if you made it to the end of this video, comment a haircut emoji and subscribe if you want to. I'll see y'all on the next go round. Okay, bye.